Hello, welcome to everybody back to J&J Dynasty, right? So I just wanted to talk here quick about free agents. It's Tuesday. Just made a nice trade today, I think, in one of the leagues. So last week of trading Dynasty leagues. So here we go. This is going to be it. So first off, I guess let's go talk about the trade I just made. It was kind of an okay trade, but I liked what I got back because I'd given it away. This was in a startup league, so I will go over what happened here. So basically, in this startup league, I got back. So I gave up David Johnson, who I got for a 4th or a 5th round pick. I got Robbie Anderson, free agent last week, gave him away. Cephas, I picked him up off of waivers, and then he got hurt, so he was on my IR. And I gave away a 1st round pick I had already previously acquired from a team, and it's going back to that team. I had given up Gaskin. I had given up, actually here I will pull this up the right way instead of transactions. Let me do so we'll do trades, and all right, so here we go. So I wound up giving up my 1st round pick and a late 3rd round pick that I had previously acquired for Sam Darnold. But I got Michael Carter and Ronald Jones. Doesn't sound like a lot at this point, but Michael Carter's been edging forward, looking like he's going to be now and in the future taking over a legitimate number 1 type running back spot. I got Ronald Jones because I believe he's going to be a free agent after this year, and we're going to be traded. So one of the two is going to happen with him there in Tampa, and hopefully with a fresh start, I'm taking a chance on him. But I'm literally giving up a 1st and a 3rd away for Michael Carter and Sam Darnold. Sam Darnold also probably is going to wind up getting traded away. Now the key about this is this guy who I traded away for, I had the pick. I thought it was going to be an early pick, but he keeps scoring points, or he keeps scoring possible points. So he actually is in the running to make the playoffs on points alone. He's only got 3 wins. So everybody thinks that I was trying to move this pick because it's more than likely going to be a 7, 8, or 9 type of pick. And everybody's thinking it's probably like a number 3 pick. So I think that there's extra value in there. That's why I was making the move, because with a 7, 8, or 9 pick, I don't know if I'm going to be able to get a running back like Michael Carter in this year's draft. So I'd rather go with what I know. I like how Michael Carter is trending, so that's why I'm going that way. And I've also, got a 3rd running back. This particular league, I went over it already. So this gives me gives me Gainwell, Carter, Gibson, Etienne, and Akers. So I think I'm solid in this league, but also I am very terrible in this league because I've got a lot of hurt guys. My wide receivers are rock solid. I've got, for the future, I've got Bateman, I've got A.J. Brown, I've got T. Higgins, I've got Deebo Samuel, and Mike Williams. I also, let me take a real quick look. I also believe I thought I got Marshall, but maybe I didn't. Maybe that's a different league. No, I did not get Marshall. I got Gabriel Davis and Diami Brown on that roster also, and Amari Rodgers. So I think I've got a great young group core, 4, 5 maybe deep running backs for the future. I've got hopefully good 5, maybe 6 deep for wide receivers. I'm going to have right now pick 2, which would also equate to pick 2.2 in this draft. That's why I was able to give up the pick 1.8, 1.9, or whatever it's going to wind up being for Carter. And I still have Mike Williams I can move. So I do need to upgrade the quarterback. The quarterback is Jalen Hurts. I don't like him for the long-term future. It's okay right now. And I don't have startable tight end per se. My best tight end right now is CJ Uzma. And I've got terrible defense and kickers just because I'm trying to throw possible points at this point. So I do have Tunyon on my bench, and I also have Darrington Evans on the IR. So, I mean, I think this roster is stacked with a lot of possibility for trading. So let's get in. Let's take a break. And then we'll talk now about what I wanted to talk about was the availability for free agents. So we're going to go look at for free agents to go after. Many of my teams are either out of it, so I don't want to acquire low-end free agents, acquisitions, but we're going to go through it anyways, right? So I'm just going to go right to the drop ads. I'm going to hit the points to see who's out there in this league. I mean, Roethlisberger, nothing. Kendrick Bourne. I definitely think Kendrick Bourne is worth an ad if he's available in your league. I think that he's available in several leagues that I've been keeping track of him in. I think out of about, I would guess probably about 50%. Or just under 50% of the leagues he's probably available in. So Kendrick Bourne, I would be somebody I would go after if you need wide receiver help. I mean, at this point, he scored 114 points in PPR, and I do think that he's somebody to go after. A guy who I know that's available in several leagues, Geno Graham. New York Giants offense is getting better. I would take a chance on Geno Graham also at this point. So that would be another guy as far as a kicker. If you need a kicker, fill-in kicker for, your bye weeks, or just need to upgrade your kicker. I mean, Ruggs is available in every league. So yeah, the Minnesota Vikings defense has been trending upward, so they're a good team to possibly go after. San Francisco looks like it has a juicy matchup this week against Jacksonville. So that would be a good defense if you're needing a defense, right? Let me see here. Scroll a little bit further down this list. See if I got any other names on here. I see somebody dropped Jamal Williams from Detroit. If you have Swift, I would definitely go out and get him if anybody's dropped him in your league. That one's kind of surprising, but not really. He's got 69 points. He had a lot of run earlier in the year, but right now it's not so much. So you might be a stash for your bench. I mean, I've often said I didn't like him to anybody who would listen to me. So that'd be there. I do see Tyrod Taylor in this model. I think Tyrod is going to be somebody who's going to be going forward. He's going to be getting better as he gets healthier. Him and Cooks, I think, are going to be a good matchup. And Johnson and Lindsey, one of those two I think is actually going to be break out and come to be a viable, if you're in the playoff hunt or in the playoffs, I would look at adding one or both of those guys because they're going to be cheap. Tyrod with the offense, I think that's going to, get better with Tyrod. And I think there's going to be more opportunities, especially for receiving, because they will probably still be behind in most games. But one of those two running backs, Johnson or Lindsey, should be a viable bye-week injury-type starter going forward here. So, I mean, that's one of my predictions. I see Latavius Murray out here. If he gets healthy, I mean, he could easily, get back to the number one role. He was scoring touchdowns. He was used down by the goal line. So that is something to keep an eye on if he's out there in your league. Adam Humphries and Keelan Cole. I've been watching these two guys the last couple weeks. They're putting up numbers. They're getting some off and on. They're getting targets. So some guys to watch out for. I picked up Zach Pascal in the league last week and started him. Didn't get the production I wanted to out of him. Lost by 1/10 of a point, which effectively knocks me out of the playoffs in that league. So 1/10 of a point. Second loss this year by 1/10 of a point in my leagues. And curiously enough, I won a game this week by 1/10 of a point in a league that I'm trying to throw games to get a better draft position or trying to throw points. So I still wound up beating a team. Actually, it's in the league that I just earlier told you what to trade in. Won by 1/10 of a point this week. It was phenomenal. Other than that, as we get further down here in the league, I'm looking in the league in the 40s in this league. I don't see anything that I want. I mean, Kyle Rudolph is supposed to be on the uptick for tight ends. So, I mean, if he's in your league, maybe you pick him up after waivers for nothing or a dollar bid on him. He could be viable. Jones doesn't throw the tight ends a lot, so not really. JaMychal Hasty is supposed to be coming back again shortly. He's out here on waivers in this league, so that would be something that might be worth a look. I'm going to go to another league, see if I can see anything else here. So Jimmy G's out there. If you need a weekly starter, you got nobody else for a buy. I mean, better than taking a 0. Better than Davis Mills sitting on the bench, right? I've seen a lot of people picking up Greg Joseph, the Vikings kicker. He's going to get a lot of play. The Green Bay defense has been on fire as they're out here in this one. Chicago Bears, not loving them. I haven't looked at their schedule yet. A couple teams for you teams that can make a move and are looking at the playoffs and want to get sneaky defenses. Tennessee, Philadelphia. We have a lot of good matchups last couple weeks of the regular season, and especially if you make the playoffs. All right, if you make the playoffs, Philadelphia, I think, has Washington, Cowboys, and Washington. Cowboys might put up some points, or Philadelphia could have the strong week against them, and Washington's offense is probably just terrible, but getting 2 shots at Washington's offense with Philadelphia's defense, I like that, especially in 2 weeks. So, 2 teams to maybe trade for if somebody has them, or to pick them up here on the waivers. Just that's a little bit of extra freeness, right? See, Seattle Seahawks defense has been coming on, so that might be somebody. David Njoku, athletic freak, getting targets, dropping balls. I like him, but I don't, because he drops so many balls. He's getting more target shares, but dropping balls. So in a pinch, I guess maybe you pick him up, right? Austin Hooper, I don't like any part of him. I had several shares of him out the door a long time ago. So Ricky Seals-Jones, he is definitely if he's out there, he's at 58 points right now. Until Logan Thomas comes back, he, in a pinch, can do well or can work for you as a tight end starter, or maybe even as tight end 2 starter. 8 to 12 points, is what I would guess on him. Devin Duvernay having a much better year, but 10 weeks in, 56 points, 5.6 points a game. Meh. Don't want him. Unless you want to stash him, hoping that he gets better in year 3. And we're down to the nitty gritty of some not so good stuff. If you're one of those people who like to keep kickers, Rodrigo Blankenship's out on the IR. You grab him, stash him for next year. That might be a nice move. It's all up to you. Let me go to one more league, see if I can see anything that would be out there that might be of interest. That would be a crazy grab, right? Let's see here. Oh, the New Orleans Saints. What the heck is that? Denver Broncos, this league. Nobody likes defenses, I guess. Minnesota Vikings. All right. Mecole Hardman's out there in this league. Somebody dropped him, so gives you an idea of at least the value of where people, owners, if you have Mecole Hardman and you want to get rid of him, people are dumping him. So also I saw Curtis Samuel dumped in a league. So people are getting at their wits' end, and they're short on roster spaces. They aren't going to give you much for those 2 guys. You get a 4th round pick take it, right? So that's kind of the news right there to give you. A bunch of kickers. I mean, this league is mostly all kickers, and yeah, that's about the size of it. So mostly kickers, mostly defenses that's of value anywhere. So that's that. Let me see here. So I think that's pretty much going to be the video. Just a bunch of guys. I didn't really get into how much to spend on the guys. I just wanted to give you guys to maybe look for in your league, guys who probably have some value, at least to start. Unless you get a Curtis Samuel and you're going to hang on to him until the offseason, or a Mecole Hardman, one of those guys. Probably not going to get anything right now, but you grab them and hang on to them, and maybe you trade for them, or hope that like Curtis Samuel gets healthy, has a couple nice games at the end of the year, and get some value so you can trade him in the offseason, or maybe you roll with him next year. He was supposed to have a great year this year. It's obviously not happening. So that's where we're at with that. Love to hear any of your comments. Would love to see some comments. So that I can maybe hopefully talk about them next video. Still trying to, my partner's on vacation now for the next 2 weeks. So it's going to be me cranking out a little bit of content here and there. Not real organized yet, just trying to get something to you guys and be on time with it so that it can hopefully help you guys, right? And with that, remember, J&J Dynasty, right? So like, click, share, whatever they all do, right? So hopefully this video can help you. Hopefully it gives you an idea of maybe somebody to look for. Hopefully it'll give you an idea of shortages on wide receivers, running backs, quarterbacks, and help you in some way, shape, or form figure out your bids, right? Until next time, take care.